Hello and welcome to Frozenstar Gaming. Thank you for joining me tonight. Now, we're going to be going over the new 2025-26 chapter approved mission deck. What I like, what I don't like, and what I think they should have done a little bit different this time. So first off, asymmetric warfare. This is looking absolutely incredible, and I cannot wait to play these cards. This is more of a thing that I've wanted for my messing around, having fun games. I've tried to do it on my own, but it didn't ever really work out that well just doing it myself. I am very excited for that. And the fact that they put primary missions for the asymmetric warfare, that is absolutely amazing. Now, when we come to the other two for Incursion and Strike Force, they're all the same maps. They really shouldn't have done that. There's no good explanation for putting two sets of the same maps in the same deck with just another name on it. They could have saved themselves a little bit of money and just had those, them marked the same. They're the same things, just double printed. Now, on the Challenger cards, this is something that I think is going to be very much more usable than the other things that these have replaced. The secret missions, I played in everything from local RTTs to the LVO this year. I never was able to get the secret missions to work. So them replacing them straight out is a great idea. The stratum or secondary missions, some of them have been changed a little bit in how they work. For instance, Call the Horde being brought down to 13 units instead of the normal 20 that it had been. That is a very, very good way of doing this. I'm very happy with what little bit of change has happened to the secondary missions. The twist. Instead of having the mission rules, having twists like Night Fighting, Bloodlust, and Point Blank, these, I'm a little bit skeptical about them. They're going to be very fun, definitely for casual games. I don't know how these are going to work out in tournament play. We're going to just have to wait and see on that. Here at Frozenstar, I periodically set up my own tournaments, both RTT and GTs, and I don't know if I would use these in a tournament. I'll let somebody else in the area figure that out on their own. Next up, primary missions. Yet again, they have set it up so that you have your primaries for the asymmetric warfare and you have your primaries for standard play. I'm very glad that they're starting to lean into the asymmetric because, as I said, I'm very excited for this, and having things that are specifically for asymmetric is gonna make it a little bit easier to get people to play this, from my opinion. I've got a couple of games scheduled for this coming week, so we'll see how this turns out. I will definitely be reporting back as to how this comes. But this is a good deck so far as I've seen. I'll be able to tell you more when I get a few games in with it, but it's better than some of the things I've seen in the past. Now, next thing up on today's review docket, the 2025-26 chapter approved objective set. Now, if you're looking at getting a set that's not incredibly expensive, these will tide you through while you work on getting a set of the neoprene mats. These I prefer, and they are leagues above the ones that come with the chapter approved deck. The set that they've put out, they're this I believe these are vinyl on thin felt. They're fairly sturdy. I don't think these will wear out too quickly, but we'll find out as time goes by. They are not as good as the mousepad mats, but they are definitely a sight better than the small cardboard ones. They are tournament size, they have the 40 millimeter circle marked on the inside, and they are the full size, which, I mean, they're slick, they're cool looking, they look like a image through a orbital viewfinder, but they're still just not quite as good as the neoprene. And finally up for today, the new Crusade book, Armageddon. I am in the middle currently of Knockman Gauntlet at my shop, and I'm not impressed with how Knockman was set up. It's kind of difficult to get everything kept in order. The way that they've set it up is, for the first time going through a crusade, I think I should have just waited for the next one to come out. Because you've got your requisition points, you've got your strategic asset points in Knockman Gauntlet, and it's not been the easiest thing to keep track of. What I've read so far in the Crusade book for Armageddon, this is going to be a much easier set to keep all your statistics in line. You don't have the keeping it secret missions between each force, and there's just less weirdness to keep track of in this as compared to Knockman Gauntlet. This is much closer to the Leviathan set that came in the main core rulebook, but the proof in the pudding is in the eating, and we'll see how it goes as I play the game. But with that, thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you next time.